Hey everybody, it's me Chris. I'm back over here in the kitchen. I'm going to show you how to make banana and Nutella crepes. And what made me like this so much was I'd had it in the past, but then I had it in Paris on my honeymoon right by the Eiffel Tower from a little street cart. And it was one of the best things I've ever had, dessert-wise anyway. So ever since then, I've really liked it. And my wife and I make it at home quite often. So let me show you what I got here. I got, this is the Nutella, the chocolate hazelnut spread. I got a nice ripe banana. You see where it gets the brown spots like that? That's how you know it's ready. Some powdered sugar. I got some regular sugar. I got about a cup of milk. I don't think I'll need it all. And some vanilla. A half a cup of flour. And I have 1 egg here. And on the side here, I have a nice non-stick skillet I'm going to make my crepes in. I have 1 tablespoon of butter. I'm going to melt that butter, and while it melts, I'll whisk together the batter. Okay, so what you want to do is to the egg, add just a splash of vanilla, and you can really do that to taste depending on how much you like it. And I'm going to add a little bit of the milk. I won't even need to measure the milk. I'm just going to put a couple tablespoons to start, and I'm going to whisk this. Okay, now I'm going to add my flour. That's half a cup of flour. I'm going to add about a teaspoon of sugar, and you can also add that to taste if you like it a little bit sweeter. And it's a good idea to add just a little pinch of salt as well. And I'm going to whisk this and see where we're at in terms of the thickness. Okay, so this looks pretty thick. And now at this point, you can just start to add a little bit more milk, and you want to thin this out. Okay, this looks pretty good. And what you're looking for is, this is not like a pancake batter. You want this to be kind of the consistency of a heavy cream. Not much thicker than that. And now my butter is melted, so I just want to use a spatula and add it right to the batter. And again, it's about a tablespoon of butter. Alright, now this looks perfect. It's a perfect consistency, nice and creamy, but not too thick. And to make it easier when I make these crepes, I'm going to pour this right into this measuring cup. And I'll tell you why in 1 second. Okay, so the reason I transferred it to the measuring cup is because it has this pouring spout here. And when you're making the crepes, they cook pretty quickly, and it's just a lot easier to pour it into the pan. So for my banana, I'm just going to peel it. And make sure you get those stringy parts off. Alright, and then all I want to do is just make nice slices. You can make them as thin or as thick as you want. Alright, so to make the crepes, I got my pan heated onto medium high, and I just melted a little bit more butter to make sure that it's well coated. And here's where the technique comes in. You're going to want to pour the batter in on one side of the pan and tilt the pan to make a nice circle and coat the bottom of it. You want a nice thin layer. And just move it around till you get a nice round shape. And that looks pretty good. Okay, so only about 90 seconds. And you can see this is ready to flip. You can see some bubbles starting to form around the edges, and I see a little bit of browning happening. So very gently, with the help of a spatula, and just try not to burn your fingers. These are delicate. Just give it a flip, and that looks perfect. So it only takes about 20 seconds on the other side, and this crepe is done. And what you want to do is you want the first side to be the side that you fold over because it looks nicer. And you want to just give this one more flip. Alright, so my crepes are done, and I only made a couple crepes. That was a very small batch, but you can double it, triple it. You can make as much as you want. Just keep doubling up on that recipe. I'm going to show you how to fill them now. And so let me grab one. And I'm going to take a little bit of the Nutella spread and just try and spread it around to most of the crepe without ripping it. Alright, so I think that's enough. A nice thin layer of the Nutella. And then I'm going to come in here with my bananas. And you can put as little or as many as you want. I think that's pretty good. And then to complete it, you could roll these, but the traditional way is to fold them. So fold it in half, and then fold it in half again, and that'll give you some nice layers of the chocolate and the banana. Okay, now to finish these, you just dust them with some powdered sugar. And so that's it. That's how you make these crepes. They're very, very easy to make, and they're you know, they're best served right when they're done, when they're still nice and hot. But you could eat them at room temperature. You could eat them cold. And if you want, you can fold them up, and if you want them a little bit warmer and crispy, just fold them up and then put them right back in the pan with a little extra butter for a minute on each side, and you can serve them that way. And now I'm going to give these a try. So I want to cut this open, show you what it looks like inside. And you can see the nice layers with the banana and the chocolate. Really, really good. It's a great dessert. And if you've never made dessert crepes like this at home, you have to try it. It's so easy, and it's so much cheaper than going out. You can get these at the mall, but they're probably about $9 a piece. These cost me probably less than 50 cents for each one. So nostalgic dish for me. So I definitely love it. I hope you try it and that you love it too. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching the video.